the philosophy that I have in our business is a Cadillac look at a Chevy price. There's not too many people out there that can afford Cadillacs. Maybe now there are, but the way things are going, but you know what I mean. You got a Maserati at a Yugo price. You get too far away, there's something wrong with that picture, but a Cadillac at a Chevy price. There's a lot more people that can buy Chevys than there are going to buy Cadillacs. But you market the Cadillac image. You design your product around that. You do your direct mails. We do an enormous amount of direct mail. We do over $1 million a year of direct mail on top of our advertising. And all that's designed for, this is year round. 95 degrees outside, you get a direct mail from us with a special out of season pricing. Always, if you don't like the price, if you're not ready to buy, you remember who we are, because we are touching you all the time. And because we sent you that, we feel that we have an obligation to make sure you got that piece of literature. And we tell one of our direct marketers in-house to give you a courtesy call. Find out if you got that literature. Two things happen. When you do that, you find out whether you got it, you noticed it. Did your design that you have sitting on his desk get noticed? Or did it get thrown away like everybody else? If that was in an envelope that had no writing on it, 9 times out of 10, it's going right in the circuit or file. Tell the guy what you want from him. As your economy tanks, goes in the toilet like ours is now, increase your marketing. Well, that takes money. Well, you have to spend some money to get some money. It's like the farmer. You have to plant the seed to get more. So if you do it within the way the Bible tells you to do it, give it an assignment. Do your direct mail, do your marketing, and give it an assignment. Aggressive pricing. We use aggressive pricing. A lot of our sales are, the high majority of our sales are factory direct, which is absolutely phenomenal in our industry because everybody else uses the 3 and 4 level of distribution. But that 1990 mark right there, that's where that idea came up. Because we lost all of our distribution. We lost 90% of our distribution at that time in our life. We were forced to do something different. So we went to direct marketing. We sell a heater right from the factory to your door. Everybody else has to go through 3 layers of distribution. Everybody wants to make $1,000. Guess what? We take that $3,000 that they gotta have, we split it in half, I take half, you get half. Buy a factory direct. And we undersell our competition. All right, Darryl?
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Understand your profits. Make sure you understand your profits. Make sure you understand that what you're pricing at, you're going to make some money at. There's no sin in making money. There's no sin in profit. It's the love of that profit that's the sin, remember? God wants you to take that profit. He'll give it to you if you will replant it. He wants to see who you are during the rough times. He wants to see who you are during the big times, the good times. Do you get the big head? Obadiah, get the big head. Goes into the temple. Going to burn the incense on the altar of the temple. Because he was so big. 80 priests came up to try to stop him. He wouldn't do it. God has blessed me and everything else. I'm big enough to do this. Well, if you read it, he got leprosy on started on his forehead immediately. And they got him out of there. God took care of him. So don't get the big head. Remember where your performance is to go and who supplies the profit. Remember that when you get those $1 million accounts, where they came from. And make sure that God gets the glory for that. Know your profits. Make sure you know what it costs you Don't forget to throw in materials, labor, SG&A, sales and general administration. Get your true cost of that, then price based on that. That's what I call my corporate cost. I don't go by my manufacturing cost, I go by what does it cost the company. And then I go and say, how much money do I want to make on this product from my corporate cost, add that on, and I introduce that into the marketplace. I bounce that against my competition to see if we are within that 50-50 trade-off that I want to do. Our competition sells $6,000, $7,000. We sell for $4,000. Within that $4,000, I've made the profit margin I want to make, and we still beat the competition by $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000 sometimes. Well, why not just increase your price and go after some more profit? There's the line that you cross where you start getting greedy. The whole idea breaks down, because God don't want you greedy. Trade shows. We go to trade shows. Take your businesses and go start out in your community. If your budgets can't send you to Las Vegas or to New Orleans or Orlando. I'm not going to say what city you shouldn't go to, but there might be some people watching from there. There are some cities you want to stay out of because the prices are so high. They're astronomically high to go to trade shows in those cities, but start right in your own backyard. Start off with small mailings, start off with going to your local marketing seminars that are put on by your city or by whatever. But get your name out there, get out there and meet the people.